Hey, hey, hi, hi, my pickles, my snowflakes, my turtles, my no matter what club members, and my Goldilocks. How are you doing today? Do you have your cuppa? This is my new little mug, and it's smaller than it appears right now in the video. It's an espresso one. It's got those insulated walls because my two um, uh, cup handle ones broke one at a time. So I replenished my supply. Oh, aren't you happy? And I finished my cuppa. So what am I going to do? I might as well do a video. Oh, here I am. It seemed to have spaced out for 10 seconds, or maybe that was just me. Anyway, here we are. And you know what we do every single day? I love being older. You know why? Because along the way, you gather the wisdom, you weather a lot of storms. And so you just chop wood and carry water and hope for a completely ordinary day, right? There's a lot of crazy going on around here, like I figure there is around you. And so all we do is kind of hold on and put our head to the wind and let it just, you know, let us just take it where it's supposed to. So I continue to do my carnivore food plan, and my my three freezers. Just Greg and I live alone, right? My three freezers are filled with goodies in the just in case department, and that just in case department. And so I have enough Kerrygold. That's the important part, right? Kerrygold and butter. Oh yeah, I'm eating coffee. And so I just made my pizza crust in the oven, which I'm lucky to say I have three little short videos on how I do my pizza. And so that's there for tonight's pizza or this afternoon's pizza. And I continue to go about my carnivore OMAD day. It just works for me. I feel great. I had 9 hours of sleep. So uninterrupted, probably solid. I don't think I even rolled over. It was great. I so needed it. Dealing with the stressors of the day, I guess it was nice to have those 9 hours to dissipate all of the, what is it, cortisol in my body. So what does it mean when you're just a carnivore and you chop wood and you carry water? Well, for me, it's just doing my daily routine. If I'm not doing an overnight at the police department, I wake up and I make my little black coffee, and I got a little drip, coffee maker, not the Keurig, but a little drip one. And so I buy some nice organic coffee beans and grind them at Whole Foods for the most part, and just have my little cuppa and answer all the comments on my YouTube channel and my emails, personal and those that send them to me as Sarah from Pearls of Wisdom and Food. And then I plan to go downstairs into the basement and do my rebounder. And I'm doing a gentle version, and I'm building up to 20 minutes of that. I thought when I first got the rebounder that I would do it 2 times a day for 10 minutes. But when I get home from work, whether it's Uber, whether it's the jail, whether it's just being busy doing errands and maintaining the castle, I don't have the energy, gumption, desire to go do the rebounder even for 10 minutes, right? It's like, oh my God, I got to put on my sweatpants and my sneakers. You'd think I was like so exhausted. You'd think I had to drive 20 minutes to get to the gym, Like, no, go down a flight of stairs. And so if I don't do it in the morning, it won't get done. That has always been part of me. Always, always. From when I walked, from when I did exercises. It's always been that way. Do it when I wake up before I leave the house for the day, or it ain't happening, honey, you girly. No way. So I'm working up to the 20 minutes. It's very extremely gentle. And so I don't know about you. So I do a lot of shaking while I'm doing this. I'm not not going out for the Olympics and how high can I jump. Those days are over. Maybe they never even began. I've never been much of a jumper. I remember that with the remember the John F. Kennedy physical fitness thing that they brought to the schools, and little tests that you would work up to so you could jump a certain thing and do. I remember that. That was kind of cool though. But I've never been a jumper. I've been a runner to a sail, but not a jumper. So anyway, so then I just do that. I pretty much know what I'm having. We cook on the big green egg. If you don't know what it is, it's a great big grill. It's a dimpled. You can get them in different sizes. You can Google it, or you can see them on an Ace Hardware ad. And so Greg and I cook our meats on that. I do the prepping. He does the cooking, and we'll do all kinds of stuff. Like he'll smoke some pork country ribs. Then I finish them in the crock pot, and then I got an air fryer. So there's a new addition to the arsenal of how I do it. Really, I look at it like a second pair of hands. And I was all excited about cooking bacon in it, but then I wouldn't have that bacon grease. So I do it in the oven like I usually do it on parchment paper. Parchment paper. That's what I use it for. And then I fill my little Pyrex bacon grease cup in the fridge. And that's available for cooking, like reheating steaks and stuff. My cast iron, high-sided, I have two of them. Skillets are my favorite, though. And I just go about my day. So I pretty much know what I'm having to eat. Greg's standard American diet requires lots of prepping, almost 5 out of 7 days. So I do that. And I go about my day. I do Uber and lifting during the day, along with food, errands, usually, and other little sundry things. And then I usually stop around noontime and do the final preparations for when we eat together, which is mid-afternoon. And I have that. So I've got a few hours before I go to bed. If I work at the police department, I'm going to bed at 4:30 in the afternoon. And if I've got a night off, I go to bed at 5:30. So I went to bed at 5:30 last night, and I slept till 3 today. So that was the delicious 9 hours. And so I just keep my life nice and simple, ordinary and routine. And that seems to help me with the insanity of the rest of the world. It always has. My home is my haven. And, as a young child, I grew up in an alcoholic home, like a lot of you. You know the chaos and the unpredictable behaviors of the in parentheses, adults. And so I had a lot of that. Then I recreated it, because that's what a lot of children of alcoholics do. They recreate the chaos because it's our normal, right? I remember like regular, nice, intact mother and father with a few kids, families in the neighborhood, where the mother was up and she made them breakfast, she made them lunch. There was always a nice dinner. She stayed at home. Daddy went off to work in a suit in the station wagon, and all the different vendors, bakeries and meat and dairy, they all came. Even produce, they came to the door and delivered stuff, even Fuller Brush, even Electrolux men. And so those were the days. It was totally different. And so I like my days nice and calm. And it helps in dealing with all the stuff surrounding us. And working at the police department is nothing but chaos in these times, much like working for a stock brokerage would be. And so there's tons of stress. And so I keep my home life insulated from that, you know. Um, and so it just helps. I have the one meal a day. It Because I've been doing it for a while, it totally satiates and it leaves me content. And I'm not hungry until the next day around the same time. Um, and I would identify hunger as something totally different from my standard American diet days. You know, that was like it's like my body felt like a coal burner or something where it needed a shovel full of sugar just to keep it going. You know, get me through the next hour, maybe all the way to 2 hours. Give me, you know, some crap to eat. And even though it's generally considered healthy in that normal SAD world, you know, having some blueberries and yogurt like plays against us now, right? And so, you know, I used to think it's the antioxidants, it's the probiotics in the yogurt, and I'm buying Fage and having whole yogurt because they say to have the whole fat yogurt and the blueberries or the blackberries or the raspberries because you're not supposed to have the other fruits because they're just sugar bags. But those have the great antioxidants. And then, you know, you watch enough Dr. Georgia Ede, or other people that talk about anti-nutrients, and it's like, anti-nutrients? What does that mean? And then you learn that, you know, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries aren't our friends after all, you know, along with the watermelon and the bananas and everything else. And it just gets crazier and crazier. And it's like, what? Lettuce isn't our friend? What do you mean? I've been having my big A salad, just like Mark Sisson, for all these years. I thought it was just my comfort thing. It was funny. I was going through my photo gallery in my phone and I came across where I had that fluted crystal bowl that I have, that I would put my salad in, and I just bought it, and I guess I took a picture of it and sent it maybe up here to my YouTube channel. And I was laughing because, yes, every day I had that filled with all of the salad stuff, and I didn't have a reaction from it, and it took a while to eat. So by the time I finished, you know, the 15 quarts of, like, you know, vegetable mixture, excuse me, I was full because, like, it took 40 minutes. And I like that, and I think that was part of the process. Just like on the nights that I have a steak, it takes a while to chew. It's building my bones with my protein, or maintaining what bones are left. It takes a while to chew, and that helps with my teeth because I don't want to be the old lady that can't eat anything that's not soft. And then you get to the place where you're having, you know, you're having it in a blender with a fat straw. No, I don't want to be that way. So I like chewing my meat, and tender meat. And so anyway, it's just also interesting. So I just keep it as I do. I like variety on my plate. And it's funny, I've kind of lost my taste for eating a chicken thigh, but a little piece of chicken breast, I know, there's not much in it except protein, but I kind of like it. I like the way that the air fryer cooks it. And so to have like 2 ounces of a chicken breast with some crispy skin is a nice addition to, like, the burger, the ground burger from the butcher, or the leftover ribeye steak from the butcher, or a steak tip, or, you know, a pork chop or a pork rib, the fattier cuts. And it just suits me because it's right there. I did buy a little container of Good Culture cottage cheese. I think there's 5 carbs in the container. I have an ounce, you know, so I think the container is 5.5 ounces. So it's less than 1 carb. And having that 1 little ounce of that with some Redmond salt on it, it's a nice little treat. It's a nice little addition. And my body's not saying, no, you can't have that. So if I'm not having the reaction from that 1 ounce of cottage cheese, I'll continue it, just like an ounce of sliced cheese every now and then. I buy most of my sliced cheeses at Whole Foods. I love their organic cheese slices, reasonably priced too, and they last for a good long time because they've got that little nice packet, and that, you know, that helps. My eggs are usually Pete and Jerry. Market Basket has the medium-sized ones, which I like because you're getting more yolk than white, right? And so I buy those most of the time, unless there's you can't resist sale at Whole Foods or a regular grocery store for Pete and Jerry, where they're like $3.99 for large. They're usually $2.99 at Market Basket for the medium, don't you know? And I've stocked up on my Kerrygold butter, as I've said, to weather any storms that are out there, along with the coffee. I buy the organic coffee beans and grind them at Whole Foods that I use in my little drip coffee thing. And yes, I still use some Keurig, mostly because I've hoarded so many Keurigs that I have to use them. So I don't buy them anymore, but I have bought ground coffee to enjoy my black coffee. So the flavors are nice. So that's my life. That's my simple doing the carnivore way of eating. If you're still doing keto, God bless you. Lucky you. You can enjoy a Brussels sprout without having, mount explosion happening. Those days are pretty much over for me. And then somebody read where if you introduce a vegetable every now and then, you might disrupt your gut bacteria that's gotten used to just the animal products. And so you could have issues with that. Makes sense to me. Like that little innocent Brussels sprout could get there and it's in the wrong neighborhood. Honey, this is the wrong neighborhood for you. We just have animal products here. And so, right? So I don't want that anymore. Well, this has been fun. I'm glad you're here. My name is Sarah. This is Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Carnivore. And we just do this every day. So you can get in your coffee, or if you're like Miss June, you can get in the Rebounder. She likes it between 15 and 20 minutes. This is at 17. I hope it worked for her. And we go about our day. That's how we do it. We keep it simple. We keep it grateful. We keep it at the level of chop wood, carry water. That's the most important thing to me, nice and ordinary. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye for now.